Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second episode of the Cam and Waffle podcast. I'm Cam Kid.
And I'm Waffle, and today I have another very special episode for you. Today, it's the one we've been waiting for, the
Formula
F1 episode.
One!
Finally.
It's lights out and away we go with this episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, I think you probably heard this in the first episode, but we like a month ago we tried recording this episode as our first, but I forgot to record the audio, and we all know how much of a mess that was.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is recording my audio, or else I'll have to do it all again.
And it should be. It should be recording your audio.
It should be? Okay. I hope so.
If it isn't, then we have some major issues that we need to figure out.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So all the liveries are coming out for all the teams in the Formula One. Some of them looks cool. Some of them looks the same. But first off, McLaren.
Well, okay, first. I think we need to give a bit of a disclaimer. We're recording this on Tuesday, March 2nd. I just finished watching the Mercedes and the Alpine reveals. I figured out how to say it. It's Alpine, not Alpine.
Alpine. I keep saying Alpine.
Weird, yeah. But we have not seen three of them. We have not seen the Haas, the Williams, or the
Ferrari.
Yes, or the Ferrari.
I guarantee the Haas and Williams cars will look the same.
Yes, most likely.
Yeah, but McLaren's the first one to reveal their car. It's the same car, but
yeah. I mean, they have some extra like rainbow bits on the side pod, which I quite like.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's literally the 2020 car minus the We Races 1 stuff. So
yeah, it's literally the Mercedes engine swapped 2020 car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame McLaren for not investing too much time on designing a whole new livery, because 2022 is going to have like the next gen cars. So yeah, I kind of like understand they're not investing too much time on the 2021 car, because it's literally 2021 season is just the season that everyone wants to get over with so you can get onto the next gen cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't blame McLaren for not doing that. At least Danny Ricciardo is on the team now.
Yes, Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh my goodness, the greatest.
We will get into more of that later on in this episode, but man, I cannot wait for that matchup.
Yeah, after McLaren revealed their car, it was AlphaTauri. Yeah, AlphaTauri second that revealed their car. It's simple. I kind of like it. They didn't invest too much time. They just inverted the top and bottom collars of it.
Yeah. It looks a lot more of that navy blue color, and to me personally it looks slightly more blocky.
Yeah.
Just because like on the nose cone it's all like straight edge lines, not flowing stuff like a lot of other cars, but I quite like it.
Yeah, you know what I like about the AlphaTauri car? Because my YouTube channel has a lot of black and white branding. If I created Cam Kid Motorsports, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be confused on the AlphaTauri and the Cam Kid Motorsports car, because I would have designed a livery that looks a lot like the 2021 AlphaTauri livery. But yeah, I like it. I like the AlphaTauri design.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of the better ones. I'm glad that they at least did something with their livery for this year. But yeah,
unlike the bigger team in the same division.
Yeah. So Red Bull, speaking of Red Bull, it's literally the exact same livery.
The only thing they did that's different was remove all the Aston Martin logos with the Honda logos.
Yeah.
I mean,
I kind of wish they'd done something better, but I mean, it's Red Bull. They haven't really done anything with their livery since they became a F1 team. So
yeah, it's always before they used to have purplish style of liveries back then, but now it's kind of like very, very dark bluish style. Yeah, with all the Red Bull stuff. But yeah, that nothing much on Red Bull, but Alfa Romeo looks cool.
Ooh, Alfa Romeo, I love it.
Yeah, it looks
Probably
cool.
my second favorite livery.
Yeah. Yeah, they also did an AlphaTauri by swapping the white and reds by like putting it up top and bottom. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was a good call for to do that because looks a lot better than the 2020 car.
yeah. The 2020 car looked like really simplistic, and red on top, white on bottom. But now you've got like the white on the bottom at the front half of the car, and then the red on the bottom at the back half of the car. I think it just looks so much better.
Oh
I
yeah,
really like that one.
oh yeah, yeah. That's yeah. Nothing much on. Okay, next is Mercedes. I really like the Mercedes car. It looks nice.
Oh, it looks
It
incredible.
looks
My favorite car,
sleek.
hands down.
Yeah, it looks sleek.
Oh man. I love that like they really made that red for the Ineos pop
Yeah,
as much as they did. And like it's up there at the top of the fin,
yeah.
it's
For Niki
on
Lauda.
the end plates. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah,
I really like
it
that.
looks like
And then like the
Tron.
numbers, yeah, and then the numbers are in like that red as well.
Uh,
I really like that.
yeah, it looks like something
Um,
from Tron. The way they did the
oh yeah.
design, it really looks cool.
Yeah, that light blue color seems like a lot more. It stands out a lot more on this car than it did last year, and yeah, I absolutely love it. My favorite car, hands
Oh
down.
yeah, also for Hamilton's final season car, I think this one is a good pick for the design.
Oh yeah,
For if he's gonna
oh
drive for
yeah,
just one more season, and then that's it for him. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the Alpine car, Alpine, whatever.
yeah,
It's a very metallic toothpaste car.
yeah. So when we got like when Renault did their like announcement stuff a couple months ago, their like concept of the car that they showed off had a lot more black on it
Yeah,
than the blue.
way less.
And I kind of liked that. But the metallic blue color, I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looks nice, but it kind of like gives like sort of a throwback on the old Renault designs, kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
how metallic-y the blues and yellows used to be for the old Renaults,
yeah,
but now it's Alpine. Are they the same
yeah.
company, Renault and Alpine?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
they're just practically owned by the same company. It's just yeah, Alpine is
Yeah,
just rebranded. But yeah, I
yeah,
really like sort of how the red and white kind of blends in and fits in with the metallic blue and all the. I really like the black of it too, like
yeah,
the
yeah,
black details for like the wings and the bottom and the wing.
yeah. Honestly, I quite like it. I wouldn't say one of my favorites, but it's not one of the worst ones.
Yeah, it does not look terrible. I'll say.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I think that we already covered all the liveries for the 2021 cars. We don't know, yeah,
All the ones
except
that have come out so
so
far,
far
except yeah,
Williams and
Williams, Haas, Aston Martin,
oh
and
yeah, Austin
Ferrari,
Martin
which
also.
I'm guessing Haas, Williams, and Ferrari are still going to be all the same,
But
and then
Austin Martin's going to look like a
yeah,
watermelon car because they have BWT sponsoring them again.
yeah, BWT coming back to Aston Martin, they're gonna have that like darker green color
It's
mixed with the bright pink. I don't know how
it's
they're
going to
gonna
be a
pull that off and make
watermelon,
it
a
look better.
futuristic watermelon on wheels. That's what the Austin Martin car is going to
Yeah.
look like, I guarantee.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, Williams, considering like the worst team ever in the whole sport, I doubt they're going to do anything much with the car other than a few things here and there for regulations. I don't know. But yeah, it's just going to
Yeah.
be
I really hope they change up the livery some, especially like this is going to be the first full season without a Williams family member in the staff for the team.
hold on a
And
second.
so I really hope they do something interesting with it.
Hold on a second, Will. Now the season predictions. Oh my god, this is going to be an awesome season. I guarantee it. If
Oh
for all you
yes.
viewers who don't really watch Formula One, I feel like this is the time to start now because there's like new rebranded teams, new drivers, and
Yeah.
a new Well, a legend coming back, Fernando Alonso coming back to Formula One.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the rookie drivers, Yuki Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, let's
Yeah.
that yeah. What's funny about him in one of my I'll talk about my videos, but in one of my Formula One videos about where I turned Rad Al into a Formula One driver, when I was making that video, when it came to the part where you're supposed to select a teammate, I picked Mazepin as a teammate. This was before the incident on Mazepin. I didn't really know who he was. I don't really watch too much F2, but as soon as the news came out about the incident, and then watching my that video game of Radal becoming an F1 driver, I realized I made a grave mistake about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those F1 videos have not aged
No,
too well.
no.
Like the one where what was it? Vinesauce
Yeah,
Joel
Vinesauce Joel
became an F1 driver and you wrecked Magnussen.
No, Grosjean. It was
Or
Grosjean.
Grosjean. Yeah, you wrecked Grosjean, and then like the week after was the Bahrain Grand
Yeah, the
Prix.
one where his car blew up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, that was no.
Yeah,
No. Especially, I think that's the only jokes that didn't age too well in my F1 videos. Yeah, Grosjean getting wrecked by Joel and Mazepin being Radal's teammate. I think when I was recording the video, I picked Mazepin because he was Russian, and I wanted to have like an Austrian team with a Russian because they sort of act similar, like attitude-wise. But
yeah,
if I really did watch F2, I probably would have picked Mick Schumacher as a teammate for Radal.
Yeah. Oh,
it's clearly. But anyways, about the 2021 predictions. About Mazepin being in Haas, I really don't think it's a good call because he's a really reckless driver. I mean, I've seen a lot of the races with Mazepin where he almost tries to wreck Yuki Tsunoda when he was trying to pass him, where he was like literally trying to lure him into the wall to try to like scare him off, but somehow Tsunoda got past him, which is an amazing move by him. And not only Tsunoda he tried wrecking, but also a bunch of other drivers and his own teammate Mick. There was one time when Mazepin tried wrecking Mick Schumacher, his teammate.
Yeah, I feel bad for Mick
Oh my
Schumacher.
God, he deserves better.
Haas, they've said multiple times that they're not going to be doing anything to their car throughout the season. They're just going to be focusing on their next gen 2022 car. He's got Nikita Mazepin as a teammate. He's got Günther Steiner as his team principal. I feel
he's going to be screaming at them every race when Mazepin crashes or wrecks into Schumacher. Yeah, every single race they're going to lock him in the office and just start screaming at each other.
Yeah.
I feel like Schumacher should have been if he really was supposed to be in a Ferrari base team, he should have went with Alfa Romeo. If Kimi Räikkönen, if he wanted to retire, I guarantee Schumacher would have been in Alfa Romeo to fill in instead of Haas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because even Alfa Romeo has better cars than Haas right now. Yeah, Mick, he deserves a lot better. He almost got humiliated by having a BWT sponsor Haas.
Yeah,
it would have been a good payback on Mazepin, though.
Yeah, I think it would have been great if they had the pink hat.
We were like rooting for it.
I mean, I would have felt so bad for Mick Schumacher. I mean, I already do, but I would have felt even worse. But Nikita Mazepin would have deserved every second
for
of it.
Sure. But yeah, I saw like a bunch of memes on Mick Schumacher meeting Lewis Hamilton, saying like Mick is going to reclaim his father's 7 championship title from Lewis Hamilton. And also one thing about Mazepin that I'm sure that's going to happen is since he's new in F1 and he's going to be interacting with a lot of the drivers in the grid are rookie F2, former F2, F3 drivers. I guarantee he's going to go after them. Guys like Lando, Leclerc, George Russell, Sonoda, his own teammate Mick Schumacher, he's going to go after them. I guarantee for a little bit of a payback because we all know his driving style. It's not the cleanest. But yeah, he's, of course, for a guy like him, he's not going to go after like the big drivers like Hamilton and Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen because, you know, he's too much of a coward to do that, of course. Because we all know how much of a not good person he is.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, on the McLaren side, however, Lando and Daniel Ricciardo in the same team.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah. Man, I cannot wait. I think that they are going to be a power duo. I think it's going to be incredible.
I'm pretty sure. The number 3 and number 4, I mean, they're just on purpose. The number 3 and number 4, the drivers.
Yeah. I think that's probably where they're going to end up in the championship is probably 3 and 4, and then I think McLaren can get second this year.
Oh yeah, since they have Mercedes engines, I know for sure they're going to be a lot more competitive than the previous years.
I mean, even last year they got
they got third in the constructors.
Yeah,
even though they've been getting a lot of like P8s and P6s, they somehow got to third in constructors championships. Yeah. Like
they were just consistent enough to
in a good work environment.
Always be getting points every single race. Even if it wasn't that many, they got points literally pretty much every single race.
And 2 podiums because of
podiums,
because of the times when Mercedes messes up. Every single time when Mercedes messes up, McLaren always gets a podium. That's what's awesome. Yeah, when what was it? When Hamilton got a penalty in Austria in 2020, Lando got a podium, and in Monza of last year when Hamilton went into the pits when he's not supposed to, Pierre Gasly won. Carlos Sainz got second. Lance Stroll somehow got third. Like it was the greatest thing ever.
It was incredible.
But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo, he'll do fine in McLaren because he's been Renault and Red Bull. So he has a lot more experience in F1 compared to Lando. So I'm pretty sure both of them will carry themselves. They'll be good for McLaren. Good for them.
Oh yeah, it'll be great. It'll be a great season overall.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz used to be. I feel he deserves better than Ferrari because I don't know what happened to Ferrari of last year, but it certainly did not help them. But
yeah.
Didn't Ferrari say they're not going to be changing too much on their car?
Yeah, they're going
to suck again.
They're focusing on the next gen cars.
Everyone's focusing on the next gen cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carlos Sainz, either he'll have his Red Bull, Toro Rosso, and McLaren experience to sort of carry Ferrari out of the ditch they fell in from last year, or he's going to end up like Sebastian Vettel again, like last year. But we'll see. Leclerc will do fine. The Ferrari drivers, they'll do fine if the big guys at Ferrari are competent enough to have a competitive cars for them. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I really feel bad for Sainz because, I mean, we know Ferrari. They will always, every single race, sacrifice their second driver to get the first driver some extra points. So
there's something up with Ferrari and their race strategies. When who was Michael Schumacher's teammate back in like 2004? I forgot. Let's look that up.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah. Michael Schumacher.
Let's see. 2004 Ferrari F1.
Because I heard rumors of his teammate was about to win, I think, a race, and then they had a Schumacher win. They had instead of his teammate. Because why for points, something like that, or they just want his golden boy to win all the time?
Oh, it was Rubens Barrichello.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think I forgot what race what it was, but they literally. Yeah, he was in the lead. Michael Schumacher was behind him. They literally told him to step aside and have Schumacher pass you so he can win, and you can only get second. Like, might give him a chance. Give him something good on the resume. Have him win for once. I don't know. I don't know too much about the old seasons, only the modern seasons. I know a lot about the V6. We just got into Formula One because I got bored of NASCAR. So I only know a lot about the modern V6 hybrid era seasons. I don't know too much about the V8, V10 era.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, speaking of the previous seasons, Fernando Alonso returning.
Oh, he's back. He's back, baby.
Like, didn't he say like he was going to leave F1 for good, but for some reason he got bored of retirement and decided to come back?
Yeah, basically that's basically how it went.
Yeah, even though he's like a legend, veteran driver, didn't he also have to go through the young driver program in order to get back?
He had to go through the young drivers program, which was hilarious.
Dude, have you not? He drove the old F1 cars that are like way more dangerous and way more faster than the modern day cars. I think that's good enough for him to get back into the team.
Yeah.
He's at least as good that he's back in his sort of a OG team, Renault. Well, now it's Alpine, but still, whatever.
Alpine, yeah.
They're still the same thing, but yeah. I think he'll do good with Esteban Ocon. How do you say his name? Ocon.
As far as I know, it's Ocon.
Ocon, yeah. But I think they'll do fine. They'll do fine, unless if Renault and Alpine does a lot of like weird engine stuff for the 2021 season, and Fernando Alonso will be screaming on the radio, "GP2 engine."
Yeah.
I think Alpine will do fine because they have a veteran driver and someone with a bit of experience.
Yeah,
I think they'll do fine. But yeah. Meanwhile, in AlphaTauri, rest in peace, Daniel Kvyat, because he just got backstabbed to have Yuki Tsunoda for the seat.
Oh man!
Either it'll be a good replacement, or it'll probably be a mistake. Because Yuki Tsunoda, he's a pretty young driver. He was like born in 2000? Yeah. The first driver born in the 2000s. Him, Yuki Tsunoda. But yeah, wasn't he a F4 champion? And he's in the Red Bull Junior program. But yeah, he was a F4 champion. But still, I'm a little skeptical though on Tsunoda being an F1 already. Well, he did really good in Carlin Racing in the F2. He did really good actually, but I think he'll get along with Pierre Gasly. But one thing I am concerned is if Yuki does really, really good in AlphaTauri, he might immediately get sent to Red Bull if Max wants to step out. And I kind of feel like it's going to have the Red Bull curse where every single rookie driver that uses to drive for Red Bull always gets dipped out, like demoted to AlphaTauri or even like out of the sport. Because guys like Kvyat, he used to be Red Bull. He sucked at Red Bull. He did okay in AlphaTauri, especially Pierre Gasly. He used to drive for Red Bull, sucked at Red Bull, but when he went back to AlphaTauri, he won and got several podiums. Well, just one. I think like a few podiums, or just one podium for Pierre Gasly. Yeah, in Brazil. That's right. And who was it? Albon. Yeah, Albon. He got sacked. He only got a few podiums. That's it. No wins at all.
Yeah.
trying to play catch up with Max, spun out a few times. Yeah, they all got the Red Bull rookie driver curse. Unless if you're Daniel Ricciardo or Max Verstappen or Sergio Perez, you'll do fine. Yeah, I feel like Red Bull isn't really much of a junior rookie team. It's more of a up tier team like Mercedes and a McLaren or a Ferrari. But yeah, don't think
Yeah.
it's that much of a good idea to just throw in rookie drivers that barely got out of a Toro Rosso or AlphaTauri. But yeah, because they barely had any experience with like the rookie teams. Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
a good mix, but we'll see. I feel like Yuki Tsunoda will do fine in AlphaTauri. He'll do fine because he's still in the rookie team of AlphaTauri. They didn't shove him into Red Bull yet, but we'll see.
Yeah. He will be though. He will be. You know that they're going to call him up at one point.
And also, yeah, Williams on the other hand, George Russell. he's still
Yeah,
he won the secure Grand Prix. He won that race.
absolutely won that race.
Sergio Perez. That race is rigged for Sergio to win. Yeah, it's Mercedes pit crew that rigged the race. That's what. Oh my God, Russell deserves better.
Oh man, that mess up in the pit
But
lane.
yeah, at least we know.
God,
At least
that's something you would see at like Haas or Williams.
Yeah.
Not something you would see at the best team in Formula
yeah, at
One.
least we all know
Like-
that Russell is competitive enough to be in a top tier team. Because when he drove for Mercedes for just one race, he did amazing. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He is clearly good enough for a top tier team.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if next year we see like Max Verstappen, George Russell at Mercedes. I think that would be
Oh yeah,
incredible.
Isn't Valtteri Bottas's contract about to expire at the end of the season this year? Because I know
I'm not sure.
I know
Lewis. It sounds right.
Yeah, because I know Lewis only got one for 1 year. Either he's going to do. Yeah, I feel like he's just going to do one more season and then dip out, and then probably have George Russell fill in his seat. But yeah, that's our 2022 prediction for Mercedes. George Russell is going to step in and maybe have Valtteri Bottas probably still be in the Mercedes, unless if Hulkenberg or Rosberg wants to step in again.
Yeah. I did find it. Valtteri Bottas did sign a 1-year deal for 2021. So we could see Verstappen Russell for 2022 Mercedes.
Yeah, or Russell
in the next gen
or
cars.
Russell and Hamilton, or Russell and Bottas. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But for sure, Russell is going to be in the Mercedes one in the future.
He has to.
Because he just as long as the pit crew is competent enough to swap tires for Russell specifically, he will do fine. He'll get a lot more points, a couple of wins, a couple of podiums. It'll be great for Russell to be in a Mercedes, a top tier team.
Yeah.
Or if Lance Stroll might want to dip out of Aston Martin, George Russell could probably fit in for Aston Martin because it's still technically a Mercedes team. Or McLaren, if McLaren decides to drop out Lando and have Russell be in a McLaren because they're now a Mercedes team. But we'll see.
I think, honestly, next year we're going to see a lot of shakeup in the driver in the field, a lot of shakeup with potentially both Hamilton and Bottas dropping out. Could be.
Yeah. How long is Lando's contract? Didn't he sign it for like a few years? Or doesn't he have like 2 seasons left till his contract gives up?
Well, let's see.
Because I know Daniel Ricciardo is going to be in McLaren for a while.
He is still with McLaren until 2022.
Oh, okay.
So this year and next year.
2022 is going to be Lando's final season before he probably upgrades to a bigger team, probably Aston Martin. Because Lando's been doing pretty good in
I honestly would like to see Lando stick with McLaren
Yeah,
and
this is
bring McLaren to a constructors
yeah.
championship.
Or imagine Lando being in the Mercedes. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that would be really
Because I
interesting.
saw a
Yeah.
video of F1 2020, the game, where someone played all 10 seasons of F1 2020. And when he got to the fifth season of 2025, Lando and Carlos got Mercedes seats. The ultimate bromance upgraded.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
this is the great
Oh,
F1 is the greatest.
that that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our 2025 predictions. Carlos and Lando
Yeah.
back reunited in
Yeah, exactly.
Mercedes, the greatest team in F1.
That would be
But yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
so
All right. Well, you already mentioned it
yeah.
slightly, but let's switch gears a little bit to talking about the
Oh
F1
yeah,
game.
2021. Why,
Yeah.
EA? Why do you hate Formula One fans so much? Why? Just please, why? You're not. You're gonna lose a lot of potential new fans for F1 that don't know anything about the sport. Your greediness will scare people away from watching Formula One. Why? Why you got to do this to us? But yeah.
Okay, so now that you've heard Chris's opinion, let's see. Here's mine. I think it's great, and EA being a
Just
AAA
as long,
developer, they can throw so much money at
yeah,
this
just
game. I hope that as long as they don't microtransaction the heck
yeah,
out of
where you
it,
have to
I
just
think it'll be good. I think that they can make it better than Codemasters
yeah,
could.
yeah, but watch, we're gonna jinx it once we get F1 20 or either F1 2021 made by EA or 2022 made by EA. We're only going to be able to play as the Williams team, and you have to pay like what $40 extra to play as the rest of the teams.
Yeah, I sure
No,
hope not. I hope that they take what they have right now, like this, like you can have the driver career mode, the my team career mode,
yeah, because
or the Grand
Codemasters,
Prix mode, the time trials, and you just build on top of that. Like you add more stuff because the F1 2020 game is
yeah, it
really
feels
good.
like
Like the
oh
my
my
team is
god, yeah, I
incredible.
have so much fun with
And
that, as you can
yeah.
see in my videos that I make. That get, I feel
Yeah.
like F1 2020 was designed just for my gigs on my channel. There's so many options you could do in my team mode in F1 2020.
Yeah.
The teammates you can make. Well, I tried just as long as you pick the right teammate for my team mode. Just as long as you don't pick Mazepin, everyone else is all right.
Yeah, but I mean, my team is incredible, and there's so much potential that you could do with that
Mm-hmm.
game, or just that mode in general.
They need to have an option.
Man, I really hope, yeah, I really hope they just
Just
keep
as long as they
upgrading
have an
that.
option where your team can actually go bankrupt and have to retire from the sport in general, that would be pretty
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, because I tried making a bunch of like new games where I tried to make the worst team possible, just wrecking all the time, not upgrading cars, picking Mazepin as a teammate, picking the worst liveries I could create. I tried so hard to like make my company or my team go bankrupt, but I simply couldn't. I don't know how hard it is to make a company go bankrupt in the game.
I mean, in the F1 2020 game, you literally cannot make your
Yeah,
team
that's why
bankrupt at all.
they don't have the depressing factor in it. Because I shut down all my like facilities. Well, that sort of still doesn't help because that like sort of saves money. But I tried doing that tactic, but it didn't really work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like either yeah, Codemasters confirmed that 2021 is going to be a new game, not like just certain mode for F1 2020.
Yes, so it is going to be a new game, and they have already been working on it. So it's going to be mostly made by
Yeah,
Codemasters still. And 2022 is going to be the first year that we see fully EA.
Well, thank God. We still have one more year to relax before EA kicks in everything. Yeah, that means in the 2022 season, we'll be seeing a lot of EA sponsors around the races in the track throughout the season.
Yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah.
I hope that they add some of those one-off races that we had this season, like Turkey, Portimao, Imola.
Yeah.
Just they add those into the game because those would be super fun.
Especially the Nürburgring.
Oh yeah,
just the GP track.
Give us the entire Nordschleife, please.
That would be a death trap. Yeah, didn't F1 used to drive the Nordschleife back in like the 70s, and then they stopped because Niki Lauda crashed.
Then they stopped because it was and it's massive, and you need like
one crash
3,000 marshals to be able to cover the entire track.
Yeah, the amount of cameras you need on the Nordschleife, that's expensive. Basically the whole entire F1 budget if you want to do a full-on race, or just have a giant drone follow the cars, or a bunch of helicopters. But yeah, if there was a modern day F1 Nordschleife race, one crash, just immediately have a red flag.
Yeah,
and plus every one lap is a pit. Every time you do a lap, you have to do a pit stop. And plus, the cars are way too fast for a pretty short, narrow, long track. Because there's corners like every 2 seconds, especially how fast a car you're going in.
I mean, the Nordschleife is good for
just touring cars. That's about it. Regular cars.
Touring car
that's
racing, and that's
Formula One cars. That's a little too much. You're going a whole nother level. They built the GP track for a reason.
It would be interesting, maybe just for like a press day or something, to have like a 1-lap race around the Nordschleife with F1 cars. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think it would be really interesting.
They could have like sort of like F2 style race, like a feature race, and then the actual race, where like the first race is only like 2 or 3 laps, and then the full on race.
Yeah, full on.
One
race
thing,
is the GP circuit.
One weird track I would like to see in F1 is the renovated oval track in Monza. Just straight up, the old oval track that no one uses anymore in Monza. But if they renovate it and pull an Indy car for F1, no oval tracks, in F1. Keep Americanized crap away from F1. I tried getting into IndyCar, but I don't know. Something about IndyCar, it just doesn't really get to me. Because there's a lot of corporate crap in the F1 that's a lot like NASCAR, but I mean, it's a nice mix of oval tracks in the IndyCar and a bunch of actual race tracks in the IndyCar. That way you're not too bored of cars turning left all the time. Meanwhile, NASCAR, there's only like 2 road courses a year.
Apparently they're going to have a street race for America, potentially in 2022 or 2023.
Wait, in NASCAR?
They're looking at
F1.
For F1. Ooh. They're going to have a street race. They're going to have a Miami street track just around the streets of Miami. That's what's
going to be the American Grand Prix, the streets of Miami. Excuse me.
The second one.
Two American Grand Prix, Circuit of the Americas, and then the streets of Miami. There's you know what's funny about Formula One in America? For some reason, it just does not stick. Even though a lot of American drivers have been, there hasn't been an American driver since, but back in the 60s and 70s when Americans used to compete in Formula One. But the tracks for the American Grand Prix always switches around. Before, hold on a second, I want a whole history of American tracks in Formula One. Because there was a lot in F1. Because I know Vegas.
I feel like, yeah, they've raced like Vegas. They've raced Indianapolis one
No, they
year,
raced multiple
and it
years.
was the worst Grand
Yeah, in
Prix ever.
2005 was the worst American
Yeah, in
Grand Prix, and
2005 was,
yeah, because of
yeah.
a it was because of a Indy like renovated like the speedway circuit to have like a
Yeah,
more grip, but
they,
it was more costing on tires because it's sort of like diamond gridded style of pavement, and it made a lot
yeah,
of the tire companies mad and forced the teams to not race. And then there's like only like what 5 cars that could
yeah.
compete.
There was six. There were three teams that started the race, and then the race got called off after like
Yeah,
5 laps or something
and
like that. It was,
was it yeah in Vegas, was it like the 80s when Formula One used to race in the Vegas? It was literally the parking lot of Caesar's
yeah,
Palace. Excuse me, it's
yeah,
Formula
it
One, not
was,
go-karts.
yeah.
And it also used to race in Dallas too, but they also dipped that track out because
Yeah,
a lot of people were having like heat strokes, especially one of the drivers
yeah,
when he was literally pushing his car because his car was overheating, and he was literally
yeah.
pushing his car to the finish, and he passed out on the track because of how freaking hot it was. So they dipped out on Dallas, but now it's been the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, which is probably the most
Yeah.
un-American friendly track for American motorsports.
I
It's a
I'm gonna be
very
honest, I kind
European.
of like it.
Tilk
It's,
designed that track, didn't he?
yeah,
Tilk. Yeah, no wonder.
yeah, he did.
There's a lot of weird corners.
Yeah. I mean, he's designed like 90% of the tracks that F1
Yeah.
races at.
I
So,
yeah, I think wasn't it Americans touring cars raced here one time? Oh, but yeah, that's it. You never see any hillbillies in this track, unlike in IndyCar and NASCAR. There's always a bunch of hillbillies in the grandstands shaking their shirts. But yeah,
yeah, no.
no, no hillbillies are attracted to the Circuit of the Americas, despite having the
Yeah.
most international racetrack in America. Before it used to be Daytona, but now it's in Austin, Texas. Imagine
I think a straight race in Miami would be
as long as it
really,
has a
really
style
cool
of
to
like
see.
Singapore or Baku City sort of style, maybe so, but not like
Yeah.
immediately throw them into the race like what they did in Vegas. At least
Yeah, no.
they need a lot of
I
preparations to
mean,
make an actual.
there has been F1 cars in Miami before. Red Bull did like
Oh
one of
yeah,
their
that's right.
reveal, like one of their car launches in Miami, and they had like Daniel Ricciardo racing around the streets of Miami. They did a pit stop in
Yeah, that's
New
right with
York or something like
NASCAR and
that.
Formula One.
They've they've done stuff in these different places where they could add street circuits in. So it wouldn't like
Oh
they wouldn't be
yeah,
going in blind per se, but it would definitely be something new, and
yeah.
I think it could be interesting if
Didn't
they
wasn't
did.
there an actual racetrack that takes place through Times Square in New York? Because there's a lot of games like Forza Motorsport, Gran Turismo that has the like exact same style of layout of a racetrack. Here, look up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there
it
is.
literally
Yeah.
goes through the streets of Times Square. It's a really sort of the style of a modern day Formula One track, but I think they like sort of dip that out because there's a lot of unnecessary chicanes in the middle of the track, which is literally a big time death trap for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen a
it's
lot of
the
games.
they still race at it. There are still people that race at it. Formula E still races in New York.
Really
It's the Port Imperial, yeah, Port Imperial
interesting.
Street
So it
Circuit.
is. Oh,
And yeah,
I don't watch FE. I only watch F1. I watch a bit of a F2 and F3 here and there, but F1 sort of my gig right now. I need to get into the F2 and F3 and FE.
yeah, they have tried building or they've tried making the track like an F1 track, but they can't get the
Yeah.
licensing for it.
Plus, it's not very hillbilly friendly. It's very rich person friendly stuff. Here's the gig of trying to compare Formula One and common American motorsports like NASCAR. Formula One is like super civilized in terms of a fan base. It's kind of like the UFC of
Yeah.
motorsports. It's like the top gig. People who watch UFC are just civilized people that watch two people beat each other up while staying cool and civilized. Yes, I am watching Conor McGregor fight this guy in a ring, and I'm betting money on this. This is fun. NASCAR, on the other hand, is like WWE. The people who actually enjoy that stuff are just drunk hillbillies. Hey, yo, boy, we're gonna watch cars turn left and watch John Cena beat up the Undertaker. Yeehaw! Like, there's it's no contest on the true fan base of the two type of things. And I kind of understand, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, probably because F1 is too much for NASCAR fans to handle, because you have to be a true intellect with 3 million IQ to thoroughly enjoy F1 as an American fan, when you're too busy watching cars turn left and right a few times, like twice a year only. But yeah, there's just something about Formula One that doesn't really connect with American audiences. Like, me and you are the only ones that somehow got connected to European style of motorsports. Probably because we're tired of American motorsports. That's why. But yeah, it's something you can't really explain without really going in full detail of why Americans just aren't into open wheel racing, especially the 24 hours of Le Mans. Well, yeah, Americans.
Well, I don't watch the 24 hours of Le Mans because
I watched like 10 minutes of the 24 hours of Le Mans and 10.
Yeah, I watched like the highlights.
How can you just sit there straight for? Maybe the teams can do it, but certainly not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So yeah, Americans, when it comes to motorsports, or just sports in general, it's very funny how we sort of create our own thing and just do whatever we can to avoid worldwide style of sports. Like, it's just hard to explain. Yeah, I tried getting Gabe into Formula One. He just will not get it. Like, come on. I mean, there's a lot of ways that could improve the sort of like appeal to American audiences on Formula One, like sort of like dimming down on the stewards a bit, because I know a lot of people don't really care about the stewards giving the teams penalties for like absolutely no reason, because a lot of like American motorsports don't really do that type of stuff. But yeah, and there's one thing I really like about Formula One is it's not too corporate compared to American motorsports, because American motorsports is more of a, how do you do, fellow kids? I use this product. Let's go racing, pals. Formula One is like, yeah, you want to see rich kids drive $10 million race cars? Here you go. Have fun. That's why, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I like Formula One compared to American motorsports. Mostly European and Japanese motorsports, because it's just straightforward without any sponsorship bullcrap.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, we really don't want to make anyone upset. If we upset you, we sincerely apologize. I'm just saying. Chris has been ranting on this. It's
something I like doing, okay? You got to be honest. This is the one place where I pull out all my honesty, okay? Deal with it.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, I've been improvising a lot for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
What's the first? March. The end of March is the Bahrain Grand Prix, baby.
Yep, March 28th. Let's see. So 22 days after this.
Yeah, because originally Australia was going to be the first race before it dipped out on being a later on race because of COVID. Imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything we got covered. All right, we'll see you.
Yeah. All
Hopefully,
right.
this episode comes out before Williams, Haas, and Ferrari reveals their car, and Aston Martin before they reveal their cars. Yeah, no,
It definitely won't. So this episode
you better
will come
edit
out
fast,
on the
Will.
8th. You will have seen
Yeah,
3
maybe
other
so.
car reveals by
We
now.
haven't.
We haven't by now, but you will by
All
the
you
time this
future
episode
beings
comes out
there.
next Monday. Those of you that are looking forward to other episodes, our next episode, we are going to be interviewing our friend, those
Yep.
filming guys, Aiden. And
Yep, and that's
should be
about
pretty
it
fun.
on our end. It's lights out and away we
Yeah.
go. Will, bye-bye.